African spirituality, as it is a dynamic expression of God. It is not just one thing. So if you speak of Islam, you know that we're going to talk about Muhammad. And every Friday we're going to go to church, to the mosque, and we're going to do our prayers. If it's Jesus, the same applies. We're going to go to church on Sunday, and Monday we're going to have a cell group. Wednesday, the pastor and the other mother, cookies together, woo, newspapers, that happens. But, so it's well packaged, as it were. But with African spirituality, it's dynamic in its sense. And it's got different levels, as it were. So, number one, you have, please take it to the blue slide. The one previous, awesome. So you have those weird guys, like them. These weird guys with beads and sing and they dance. And you can see on the outside what they're doing, but you can't really connect it to principle. You can't connect it to anything in the modern time. Take off their shoes. Next thing is, then it's the drum. And the pastor says, demons. Yeah, it's demons, Because it's something that we don't understand, that we can't language. And when you ask them, so what is this that is happening? It's the spirit. What about it? It's the spirit. Because there's the way in which they respond, they're also observing protocol of what is happening. So they're the ones that are holding what we call the sacred knowledge. They are in essence the spine and the backbone of African spirituality. They are the ones who are crazy enough. In fact, the Zulu word for, I've recently found out actually that the Zulu word for these guys is Ohlanya. Hlanya means to go mad, okay? Because some of them are mediums. So they will tell you that there's a person that's actually standing behind you and he's whispering stuff. And you're like, hey, who's standing? It's like, I see them. So, but in the Western world, the kind of person would be understood to be a psychic, all right? So it's not entirely a new thing. It's just that we do it differently. We have a different expression of it. But it's basically a psychic, someone that stands on the borderline between this world and the spirit world, okay? So they are the ones that tell stories. They're gifted differently. Some would be those ones over here. And in Zulu, they are called abatandazi. So what they do, these ones, they pray for you with the water, and you see the symbolism is white, okay? So they connect to the aspect of God that is called Osar or Umenzi, okay? To the Zulu people, when someone says to you that there's a being called Unkulunkulu, there's no such. We have what is called Umenzi. Unkulunkulu was created by missionaries as they were trying to explain someone that is higher, okay? But in essence, there's no such a thing as Unkulunkulu in Zulu. So our understanding of God, the pure one, is Umenzi. So they connect with Umenzi and they pray for you. They purely use water and prayer, and some are gifted with that psychic ability. So the world has come to realize that we cannot do without collaborating with spirit. And spirit has now become a valuable collaborator in the world that we live in today, to give insight, to give wisdom, to give guidance. Because, as I've said before, people have also become tired of politics, to sit and hear the same stories about this and that. And people are looking for something deeper. So I think the world is moving in that direction where we're beginning to merge what it means to be human, in that you are not purely an intellectual being, but you also have emotions, you have feelings, and you have desires as well that you would like something higher to look into or to address or to respond to. So in the global village, the spirituality has now begun to contribute in that. Mamkulu Ma'at, as we know her, she's now beginning to become part of the decision making of the world, influencing how the world is turning. There are other parts I've seen in America that are very big on the president of Russia. They believe that he's the new spirit who's going to save our world. But I'm not so much into that because I'm very scared of messiahs. We've been waiting for Jesus for too long.